Alright, let's talk about something a little darker today. Because before tarot became this cute, aesthetic thing we see on TikTok, there was a time when anything mystical was actually dangerous. I'm talking about the witch trials. And honestly, once you hear what actually happened, you'll never look at the word witch the same way again. So picture this with me for a second. It's the late 1500s, early 1600s, small village, everyone knows everyone. People don't understand sickness, science, or anything, really. So when something bad happens, they look for someone to blame. And that someone is usually the woman who doesn't fit in. Maybe she's a herbal healer. Maybe she talks to herself. Maybe she's just a little too independent. That's all it took. And the part that gets me, most accusations had nothing to do with actual magic. A cow dies, must be the woman next door. A child gets sick, definitely witchcraft. A man gets rejected, suddenly she's a danger to the whole town. It was literally that ridiculous. Once someone whispered your name, game over. People imagine dramatic trials and broomsticks, but the real thing was way more chilling. They test you with things that made no sense, like say this prayer perfectly or you're guilty. Or they'd search your body for a witch's mark, which could literally be a birthmark. And here's the worst part. If you confessed, you were punished. If you didn't confess, you were punished. There was no way to win. It wasn't about truth, it was about control. And yeah, it was mostly women, especially the ones who owned land, didn't marry, were too outspoken, were smart, or just existed outside of society's tiny little box. Basically, if you were a woman with any kind of power, someone could call you a witch just to shut you up. Now, tarot itself wasn't the reason for witch trials, but anything spiritual, intuitive, or feminine got lumped together as dangerous. Which is wild because now we pull cards openly, we burn herbs, we talk about intuition like it's nothing. People literally died for the kind of spiritual freedom we have today. Every time you do a reading, you're tapping into something our ancestors had to hide. So yeah, the whole witch thing, it wasn't about magic, it was about fear and control. If you want more deep, darker history you never learned in school, let me know and I'll make a part 2. And if you liked this one, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so I know to make more.